When you first arrive in Bangkok, especially if it's your first time, there's something that immediately hits you before you even understand what you're looking at, before you can put words to it, before you can explain it to yourself. And that is the feeling that this city never really sleeps, that it never truly slows down, that it simply shifts gears depending on the hour. And nowhere is that more obvious than when night falls and the streets begin to glow with neon, music, movement, and opportunity. Because once the sun sets in Bangkok, another city wakes up. A city built around nightlife, tourism, entertainment, and a global mix of people who all came here for different reasons, different dreams, different hustles, and different definitions of success. And if you walk through places like Nana, Asak, Sukhumvit, Soi 11, Soi 4, or parts of Silom late at night, you will notice something that many first-time visitors find surprising. You will see African freelancers standing confidently on the sidewalks, talking to tourists, moving easily through crowds, making connections, reading people, watching energy, understanding who is curious, who is interested, who is just passing by, and who is open to conversation. And if you're new to Bangkok, you might ask yourself, why are they here? How does this work? What role do they play in the nightlife ecosystem? And what does this mean for me as a traveler? So let's talk about it honestly, without hype, without judgment, without fantasy, just reality. Because Bangkok is one of the few cities in the world where people from every continent intersect every single night. Europeans on holiday, Americans escaping winter, Australians on break, Middle Eastern business travelers, Japanese tourists, Koreans, Africans, Latin Americans, everyone crossing paths in the same streets. And in that environment, certain people learn how to survive, how to adapt, how to connect, and how to make money from interaction itself. African freelancers in Bangkok are part of that ecosystem. Many of them arrived here years ago, some through business, some through tourism, some through trade, some through friends, some through trial and error. And over time, they learned something important. In Bangkok nightlife, information is currency. Connections are currency. Confidence is currency. Knowing where to stand, when to speak, when to approach, when to back off, when to move, when to wait, when to introduce, when to disappear, that is the real skill. They are not random. They are not accidental. They are positioned. They understand the flow of tourists. They understand patterns. They understand human psychology. They understand loneliness, curiosity, excitement, boredom, desire, confusion, first night nerves, first trip energy. They know when someone just landed yesterday. They know when someone is overwhelmed. They know when someone is looking for guidance. They know when someone is lost. And they know when someone is open to suggestions. So what do? They offer access. They offer direction. They offer shortcuts. They offer introductions. They offer information. Sometimes they guide you to clubs. Sometimes to bars. Sometimes to lounges. Sometimes to private spots. Sometimes to people. Sometimes to opportunities. And this is where a smart vacationer needs to understand something very important. This is not inherently good or bad. This is a marketplace, just like anywhere else in the world where tourism meets nightlife. Bangkok is not different. It is just bigger, faster, more intense, more open. And for men traveling alone, especially first-time visitors, this environment can be both exciting and confusing at the same time. Because suddenly, you're in a place where attention is easy. Conversation is easy. Opportunity feels close. Everything feels possible. And that is exactly why men love Bangkok. Not just for the women, not just for the nightlife, but for the feeling of freedom, for the feeling that you can reinvent yourself, for the feeling that you are not judged, for the feeling that nobody knows your past, nobody knows your job, nobody knows your mistakes, nobody knows your stress. Here, you're just another traveler with money in his pocket and time on his hands. And that feeling is powerful. Now, when African freelancers approach you, it is usually polite, friendly, relaxed, casual. Hey, my friend, where you going? First time in Bangkok. You looking for a good place tonight? Let me show you something. It never starts aggressive. It starts conversational. Because the goal is not to pressure you. The goal is to read you. Are you interested? Are you open? Are you curious? Are you cautious? Are you confident? Are you lost? They adapt based on your response. And here's the truth. Some of them are very professional. Some are helpful. Some will genuinely show you good spots. Some will introduce you to places you would never find on Google. Some will save you time. Some will save you mistakes. Some will protect you from scams. Others will try to profit as much as possible. That is the reality. So as a vacationer, your power is awareness. Not fear, not paranoia. Awareness. If someone offers you something, ask yourself, is this convenient for me? Is this transparent? Do I understand the cost? Do I feel comfortable? Am I in control? If yes, proceed. If not, politely decline. Because in Bangkok, saying no is respected. Confidence is respected. Clarity is respected. Now let's talk about why this environment makes Bangkok a perfect vacation destination for men. First, accessibility. Everything is close. Everything is open late. Everything is affordable. Food, hotels, transportation, entertainment, bars, clubs, lounges. You don't need to be rich to enjoy yourself here. You need to be smart. Second, variety. You can go from luxury rooftop bars to street bars in 10 minutes. You can go from 5-star hotels to budget hostels in one street. You can meet people from 20 countries in one night. There is no single scene. There are many scenes. Third, attitude. Bangkok does not shame adult men for wanting entertainment. It does not judge you. It does not lecture you. It does not moralize. It provides options. You choose. Fourth, culture. Thai culture values politeness, respect, and harmony. If you behave well, you are treated well. If you are rude, you will be quietly avoided. Inexperienced travelers learn quickly. Respect goes far here. Fifth, learning curve. Bangkok teaches you fast. You learn how to read people. You learn how to negotiate. You learn how to spot exaggeration. You learn how to protect yourself. You learn how to pace yourself. You learn how to manage money. You learn how to say no. You learn how to say yes wisely. And over time, you become more confident, not just here, but everywhere. Now let's talk about expectations. If you come to Bangkok expecting a fantasy, you will be disappointed. If you come expecting a movie version of Nightlife, you will get burned. If you come expecting everyone to be honest, you will be naive. But if you come expecting a complex, exciting, layered city full of opportunity and risk, you will thrive. African freelancers are part of that complexity. They are navigators, middlemen, connectors, sometimes guides, sometimes hustlers, sometimes friends, sometimes strangers. They are not the story. They are part of the environment, just like taxi drivers, just like promoters, just like bar staff, just like tour agents. Everyone is selling something. Your job is to decide what you're buying. And when you understand that, Bangkok becomes empowering. Not dangerous, not confusing, empowering. Because suddenly, you are not reacting. You are choosing. You choose where to go. You choose who to talk to. You choose how much to spend. You choose when to leave. You choose when to rest. You choose when to explore. And that freedom is why men keep coming back. Year after year, trip after trip. Some come for fun. Some come for escape. Some come for healing. Some come after divorce. Some come after burnout. Some come after loss. Some come after stress. Some just want to venture. And Bangkok gives each man what he's ready for. No more, no less. Now let me say something important. This city rewards discipline. If you drink too much, you lose money. If you trust blindly, you lose money. If you chase everything, you lose money. If you ignore sleep, you lose health. If you ignore boundaries, you lose control. But if you pace yourself, if you stay sharp, if you observe before acting, if you listen more than you talk, if you respect locals and yourself, Bangkok becomes one of the best cities on earth for male travelers. You meet people, you build stories, you gain confidence, you learn patience, you learn awareness, you learn self-control, and those lessons follow you home. So when you walk through Sukhumvit at night and you see African freelancers standing confidently in the glow of neon lights, remember this. They are not the destination. They are part of the map. The real journey is yours. Your mindset, your choices, your discipline, your awareness, your growth. And if you approach Bangkok with intelligence, curiosity, and respect, this city will give you memories that last a lifetime. Not just stories of wild nights, but stories of personal evolution, of confidence gained, of perspective earned, of freedom experienced. And that is why, for men who are ready, Bangkok is not just a vacation. It is an education. It is a test. It is a playground. It is a mirror. And it shows you exactly who you are. So if you found this breakdown helpful, if it gave you insight, clarity, or perspective that you didn't have before, do me a favor right now. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below about your own experiences in Bangkok. And let's keep this conversation honest, real, and useful for men who want more than fantasy. Because travel isn't just about where you go. It's about who you become when you get there.